All right, today we are going full on detective. We're going to reverse engineer a phenomenon. We're taking apart this incredibly precise, almost scientific formula behind a specific kind of viral video that I bet you have seen dozens of times. Let's get into it.
You know the ones I'm talking about, right? Those videos that explain some crazy biological process and they just rack up millions and millions of views. Have you ever stopped and wondered how? How are they all so consistently huge?
Well, I can tell you it has almost nothing to do with luck. It's all about a blueprint, a set of rules so specific it's less like making a video and more like following a recipe. And today, we're going to pull back that curtain and show you exactly what's in that formula.
So everything, and I mean everything, starts with the script. We're calling it the narrative engine. Because this isn't just about the words being said, it's about how they're said. It's the foundation, and it's designed to make you feel a very, very specific way. Okay, so there are three core rules, and they're super powerful. First, the tone. It's got to be calm, almost clinical, like a doctor, but with this little hint of an ominous vibe. Second, it's always, always in the second person. It's happening to you. And finally, the language is kept dead simple. Short sentences, everyday comparisons, to make these really complex ideas feel personal and immediate. And the rules for language have these incredibly strict guardrails. You see, there's absolutely no medical jargon, no explaining complicated biological mechanisms. Instead, the script has to describe what you feel. It uses comparisons you get, right? Like feeling drunk, or like a machine is overheating. It's a script that's meant to be felt in your gut, not just understood in your head.
And that whole narrative gets poured into this rigid four-step structure. It always kicks off with a hook, some kind of question. Then it walks you through these time checkpoints, hour 1, day 3, week 2, and things get worse and worse. Now, this is crucial. There's always a sudden realization moment, the point of no return. And then it just ends, abruptly. No summary, no outro, just boom, irreversible failure. It's a structure built for pure tension. But look, a perfect script is only half the formula. The second piece is the visual anchor. And this isn't just a suggestion or style guide. This is an absolute non-negotiable rule.
And I'm not kidding. The source material on this is crystal clear. This is not a suggestion. This is a hard lock on the visuals, and it is all built around one single, unforgettable main character. And there it is, the star of every single show. It is always this exact character. A totally realistic skeleton that you can see inside this clear, kind of glass-like human silhouette. This is the visual signature. It's the thing that makes you go, oh, I know what this is, the second you see it. And the level of detail here is just brilliant. The skull has to be completely exposed, the eyeballs, they've got to be visible with these bright yellow irises. The skeleton has to have this specific ivory, medical-grade look. But look at the exclusions. No muscles, no veins, no organs. The goal is to be super clean, clinical, and modern. Think high-end medical animation, not a horror film. Okay, so we've got the script, we've got the character. But to make it truly viral, there's a third layer of rules. You can think of these as the director's playbook for how to bring this character and this world to life so it feels totally real, almost cinematic.
Now, this is the big one, the most important rule of direction. The character is not allowed to just stand there. It has to act. If the script says you start to feel confused, the character has to be posed rubbing its head. If it says you collapse, you see the character slump over. Every single line is acted out, and that's what connects what you're hearing and what you're seeing so perfectly.
And beyond that, there is a whole director's rulebook. The background has to be realistic and match what's happening, a bedroom, an office, whatever. The camera is always a medium shot, always at eye level, which makes it feel really stable. The lighting is natural, the movement is subtle. It all works together to create this super consistent, photorealistic vibe.
So, we've picked apart the script, the character, and the direction. And this all brings us to the big question. Why is this formula so ridiculously effective? What's the psychology that makes it work? It turns out every single rule we've talked about has a job. That unique character, it creates a brand you instantly recognize. The story structure, it builds suspense that makes you need to see the end. The simple language makes it easy for anyone to get it. And that clinical tone, it creates this sense of intrigue without just being scary. But the real magic, the secret sauce, is the synergy. Every single part is designed to work together perfectly.
And that kind of leaves us with this one final fascinating thought. When a creative process can be boiled down to such a detailed blueprint, a set of prompts you could literally feed into AI tools, what does that actually mean for the future of making things? Are we looking at a future where the best creators are really just the best prompt engineers, designing systems that crank out viral hits on demand? It's definitely something to think about.